was born October 3rd, 1960.
Okay.
Um, I don't know what else to say.
And where you were born?
I was born in John Hopkins.
Okay.
After my mother had me, she had six more. So I'm the oldest. And on my father's side, there's 12 of us. And again, I'm the oldest. So I've been living in Perkins for almost, I'm gonna say about 30 years or something like that.
Wow.
I moved down here in 1985. My oldest was 5 and I had just had another child. And I was the type of mother who was overprotected with her children. So when my first daughter came here, I came with her, with the baby in the stroller, and I started volunteering. At that time, Miss Sharone Pope was living, and she grabbed me, and she didn't let me go, and I've been working here ever since. It's been a big change because they're getting ready to tear Perkins down now, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about that, and we getting a new school. So I'm looking at 7 more years here, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm so used to working, I don't think I could just sit home. I've seen a lot of changes in this school with the teachers and the students. It can be a bit much at times, but you're dealing with children, you're dealing with their parents, you're dealing with the staff and everything. But all in all, you can't work at a school if you don't like children. And evidently, I must love them all. But it's worth it. It's worth it.
How do you or other residents feel about the Perkins redevelopment? I mean, I know you said you're excited about it, but what's the general feeling in the community?
It should have been done a long time ago. I was here when they renovated the place, but it should have been torn down then. But good things for the good when people wait on it, and this is a big deal because this school, I went to this school. So it's old. We need a new one, and they're excited about it. They really are. I'm not excited about the moving now. I mean, after you've been someplace for such a long time, you have junk that you meant to throw it away, but it's still there. So this time I'm gonna have a good time throwing stuff away because I don't want to take it with me.
Can you tell me where your family was from? Your parents or grandparents or great-grandparents?
Here, not in Perkins, but in Bethel Street, is in the back of Hearn Court. We was raised up there, and my grandmother, she's from Virginia, but my mother and my aunts and them is from Baltimore.
Okay. So before you were volunteering at City Springs, did you do anything else as a volunteer for a living back then?
No.
No, okay.
No, believe it or not, I was on social service.
Okay.
And I'm not ashamed of it because that's where I was. Look at where I'm at now. And when I moved on my own, which was a good thing, like I said, I didn't want nobody. I was overprotected as far as my children, so I had to volunteer, and it was the right time, and I was at the right place, and that's what happened.
Wonderful. Can you tell me a little bit what it was like growing up in Perkins, or growing up where you grew up?
Oh boy, it was exciting. Perkins was nothing like it is now. We could actually, we used to have a lot of blackouts over there, and we would always come outside at night, throw the grills out and everything. You could leave your doors open without anybody coming in, and taking stuff. And when we had a cookout or something like that, everybody was fed because everybody was out. It was nice. We had so much fun. We would have dances over at the center for the kids. We would just have a ball. We would just have fun, and the kids was learning. They had more respect, and you could not. Oh, it was you could not disrespect an adult. Oh my God, you would be like, woo, it'd be awful. But we had a nice time. I'm not saying that the children didn't have disagreements, but they did. But it was nothing like it is now.
What schools you went to? City Springs?
I went to City Springs. I went to Lombard across the street, and after I did 2 years in Lombard, and then they had to send us to our zone school, which was Canton. It was Canton Middle then, and then after Canton Middle, I went to Patterson High.
Okay. Can you tell me who your favorite teacher was?
Excuse me.
I can pause it for a minute.
Miss Butler. Just have a ball. Everybody wanted to come to my mother's house. Everybody said, "We gotta go to Miss Thompson's house. We gotta go to Miss Thompson's house." We had fun. We was the fun house.
That's great.
We would babysit, bring people in there, with mom approval, of course, and we would just have fun. We had one cousin that never wanted to go home because we wasn't bored. It wasn't boring in there. We would just have fun, pick with each other, laugh at each other. It was just fun. We had one brother that cried all the time. All the time. He was just a crybaby. And we would make fun of him, and he would sit up there and cry. We were just children.
That sounds great. Just a couple more questions. What would you say makes Perkins Homes special?
I'm gonna say the children. And with me, since I work here, I don't have time to myself because the children go here, they live over there, they know me, so you play with them, you keep an eye on them, even though you know that you're off. To me, it's about the children. And then some of the parents, if they know me, they'll say, "Just keep an eye on them, please. If you're sitting out here, just to keep an eye." And I'll do that anyway. It's really about the children because you try to make a safe place with them, even though a lot is going on over there. You still got to look out for our kids. Yeah. And that's what I did.
Do you see Perkins as the projects or as a community?
The community. When I started working here, one of the teachers thought that I lived somewhere else, and they said, "Well, where you live?" I said, "Perkins." That's just a name. Is what you make of it, and it's a community that used to stick together, but like other communities, a lot of drugs and stuff came and play, and it's just not like it used to be. But I still consider it my home. And when they get ready to move me, I'm not moving out. I'm moving over to the next side until they finish phase 1 or however they're going to do this. So I'm staying. I don't feel like moving around like that.
Good. Can you tell me a little bit about Miss Sharone Pope?
Oh my God, that woman. I tried, her and my mother worked together. That's how I volunteered over here. That's how I knew her, because Miss Sharone Pope lived in Perkins also. So she knew who I was, and she knew I had 2 children. Every time I saw her, I tried to duck her out. Yes, I did. But then she got me in here, and she was passionate about the children. And then I saw what she was doing, and I kind of liked it. Because when I first came in, I was washing tables, and I would get like $50 every 2 weeks, and it didn't bother me. It was fine. And then she started talking to me. She said, "You're gonna work here," and I kept looking at her. I'm working here. And then once she got my foot in the door, she was my role model. She just kept going on and on and on. And that's how I got. She was so kind hearted. I don't care. Um, she whatever she did it from her heart, and that's what made me like her as much as I did, because she was like a second mother to me. If she felt as though I was doing something wrong, she would come and tell me, and it wouldn't be like, you know, you're wrong and stuff. She would just come in and explain stuff, and she was just awesome. It was about the community. It it was about Perkins at Albemarle Square and Lafayette, the surrounding projects, and she knew just about everybody. She was awesome. When she passed, it just like it. I said, "How I'm going to do this?" But she's in me, so I know I can do it. And she was just an awesome lady. Oh my gosh, she was.
And you served as PTO president for many years.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, you can talk to the parents, and the parents get to know you, and if they um, upset about something, you could go and talk to them, and it was fun. I mean, I wasn't like a Rona Pope. I was being me, and you talk to them and laugh with them, and they'll come and talk to you about stuff, and I explain stuff with them, um, and I explain. Ms. Pope will always tell us that if you communicate with the parents the right way, they they'll love you, and they will help you do what you have to do. So it was pretty good. I liked it. But then my child left out the building. So I had to give it up. I didn't mind though, because someone else has it now.
And how long did you serve as PTO president?
I don't even know. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I really liked it though. It's been a minute.
A couple more questions. If you could get a group of seniors together and get them together to help make a change in the community, what's the first thing you would get them to do?
I think I would get them to come in and talk to Miss Ricardo and hear and let them explain what they want to do for the community and the school, and have Miss Ricardo sit down with them and talk to them about what she wants for the school and the community. I think it has to be a joint effort, because if not, it's going to work. It's not going to work. And Miss Ricardo is a people person, and I would want seniors that are positive and not negative. And we would sit down and we would come up with some plans um, to see what we could do for this community. And knowing Miss Ricardo, she got a lot. And so do some of the seniors. So that would be a good thing.
Okay. The last thing I want to ask is if you could impart some wisdom or share some advice or lessons for the youth in this video, what would you like to tell them?
Stay in school. Most definitely. You may not think that it's not where you come from, it's how you live. And if they want something, they gotta work hard for it. I mean, a lot of people have lived in the projects and are successful, and they can too. On in the school is a lot of kids that left out here that are doing something great, and I want them to. It's not impossible. It's possible. You just have to. With children, you gotta say positive things and not negative things. Even if they do something negative, you can kind of sort of turn them around and tell them this is not what you want. This is what I want for you, and this is what you should want for yourself. Um, it's hard talking to these kids, but if you talk to them and they know that you really sincere, because they can spot a phony in a minute, and you tell them that you love them, because that's what I do with my kids. I'll tell them, I say, I love y'all. I said, y'all my foster kids until you go home. And I tell them that all the time. You gotta make sure you say the right things to these kids. And one thing you can tell them is that you love them, and they be like, what?